All right, so it's the final day of the preparations for the third test match that gets underway tomorrow here in Indore, where I am right now. And the Indians, as you know, that they chose to have an optional practice today. The Australians were out in full force. And why shouldn't they be? After all, they are the ones who are trailing 2-0 in the series. And another loss would mean that the series is gone for them. For the Indians, the significance is quite a lot. Not just that they will win the series here, but they will also ensure themselves of a place in the final of the World Test Championship, which they will, of course, and again play against the Australians in June. Well, that apart, I'll try and address the elephant in the room. KL Rahul or Shubman Gill, who is it going to be who will open the innings with Rohit Sharma? Well, going by what I've noticed and seen, observed in the last couple of days, it's quite, it's actually inclined. I'm inclined to believe that Shubman Gill should open the innings with Rohit Sharma, but that's what everybody, in fact, majority of us thought even before the first Test match happened. Everybody thought that Shubman Gill was in red hot form in white ball cricket. Let him have a go at the Australians, but that didn't happen. So what has happened in the last couple of days, I'll tell you. So yesterday, KL Rahul and Shubman Gill both came out for the nets. Both of them batted next to each other and left. But in between, before they came to the ground and they left, well, Shubman Gill had very longish net sessions. In fact, he started from somewhere here, where one of the Australian players, in fact Cameron Green, is batting in the nets. He finished here. He batted alongside KL Rahul. Then he moved to the other nets. There, he did another session. And by the time he had completed 3 net sessions here on the ground, it was already around 5 or rather 4. And then he moved to the practice area or the academy area, which is within the premises of this stadium. So he had 4 net sessions, 4 longish net sessions yesterday from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. That's not all. Today, it was an optional practice session. Rohit Sharma and Shreyas Iyer decided that they want to have some practice, obviously, because they arrived in Indore only yesterday. They were attending Shardul Thakur's wedding, and thereafter they came in the morning yesterday. So they just wanted to get into the groove with some net sessions. So Rohit Sharma came. Rohit, in fact, had 2 net sessions today, and alongside Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill was batting. So, is that an indication of things to come? Does that mean that Shubman Gill will finally get to play in the 11 in the Indore Test? Well, after Shubman Gill was done with his net session on these practice pitches, he went to the other practice pitches where Rahul Dravid and Vikram Rathore, the batting coach, was seen discussing with him, and they were seen discussing a few specifics with Shubman Gill, and Rahul Dravid even had a bowl at Shubman Gill, a few things. Shubman Gill was seen practicing those sweep shots, which he's very comfortable with, and he was also seen practicing the reverse sweep. Something that I noticed even when Rohit Sharma was batting. Rohit Sharma also practiced those reverse sweeps quite a lot. Shubman Gill, he seems to be a man on a mission. He looks very stubborn. He's been putting in hard yards, long hours at the practice session. But the big question is, will it eventually make some sense, or would it force or prompt the team management to finally play him in the 11? So that's what happened. The wicket, the Holkar Stadium, the ground is not too big, short boundaries, and the practice, you have about 4 practice pitches here at the ground, which means the moment the ball reaches any of these practice pitches, it will just race towards the boundary. So it's going to be a fast outfield. Wicket is all ready. Right now it's covered. Rahul Dravid and Rohit Sharma both came in the morning, had a look at the wicket. Rahul Dravid had a discussion with the ground staff, and soon after that, I saw a light roller being used on the wicket. So wicket is going to be dry, and Rahul Dravid, by the way, had decided that India will play the third test here on 24th of January, which is when India played a one-dayer here. You would remember in Indore last month, and there were doubts over whether Dharamshala test match will happen or not because the ground wasn't ready, and while there were speculations being made as to where the match can be shifted, Rahul Dravid was aware exactly as to what the situation was. So that's what has happened. On 24th June, Rahul Dravid knew that the test match will be shifted from Dharamshala, and he had decided that the match should happen here in Indore. So it's going to be a good game because I think that Australians will be better here. They've been practicing at the ground here. The nets are inside the field of play, so that makes it a little easier as to get accustomed to the ground dimensions and a bit of the nature of the wicket. But for that to happen, also Australians will have to play well. They'll have to bat better than India, they'll have to bowl better than India, and they'll have to field better than India. And more importantly, they'll have to think better than the Indians. So that's it for now. I'll be back soon